Oh, excuse me. It helps if your microphone is on, Michael. Yeah, those definitely came through. That was good. Welcome everybody, and Happy New Year! We're so glad that you're joining us here. Vecna Eve of Ruin.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, thanks Brittany for the subscription. 55 months. Way to kick off the episode.
Almost 5 years already.
What have I been doing with my life?
I asked myself that same question last Friday.
Spending entirely too much time in imaginary land here at Proficiency Bonus.
No,
She
not
spends
enough.
more time in imaginary land in the book she reads, so I think it's alright.
Gotcha.
Lean on me.
Well, welcome everybody. It's so good to see you. We want to go ahead and throw a quick shout out to our sponsors and supporters before we get started. We want to thank Cardboard Castle Games and Little Dragon Corp for all their support. If you look in the Twitch chat right now, you'll have a bunch of moderators putting in some quick links where you can get some cool RPG related gear and merchandise or sponsors. And if you visit Little Dragon Corp, make sure you use the coupon code BONUS at checkout to get 15% off of your order. I will throw this out there. I tried to mail something to Canada last week, and the United States wouldn't let me. And I know Little Dragon Corp is in Canada, so I'm not sure if you order from them right now, your package might be a little bit delayed due to, I believe, a post office strike of some sort that happened.
They restarted that today.
So
everything should be good.
Everything's good now? I was just letting everybody know. Heads up. My post office told me to come back in 2 weeks. I was like, 2 weeks?
They're restarting up there, but they have their own backlog to get through. Kristy was explaining it to us on Friday a little bit.
Yeah, I think they're trying to. Yeah, they like backlogged and everything. So they told me they weren't accepting any international orders or something like that. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully they get it worked out soon. But anyway, go visit. They have some awesome stuff. Check them out. Tell them we sent you. All the good stuff.
Visit them year round.
That's right. Well, I do want to announce also that Wild Beyond the Witchlight will be returning this Thursday. So make sure you stop by the channel and check them out on Thursday. We will have an episode of Phandelver and Below on Friday as well at 7 p.m. And we also have another new episode of Dirty 20 coming up on Saturday. So we got a lot going on here this week with Proficiency Bonus. So make sure you keep that on your schedule. And we'll see you, hopefully, soon at one of our other streams as well. Is there anything else pressing that we need to...
But we're going to stream right now, so don't... It sounds like he's saying goodbye. It's not.
Oh, yeah. We're going to stream right now, of course. Yeah.
We just came on to make a few announcements.
We're just going to make announcements.
See you next time.
Bye, everybody.
We already won the fight, so
2 seconds.
moving on.
That's right.
Yeah, Forrest is fine. Everything's fine.
Forrest is fine. He's okay. Actually, speaking of Forrest, I think that's a good place for us to segue into tonight's episode. As we left off, Orkhan teleported Forrest using one of his special abilities to the top part of through the neck of Landro here, this massive ruin colossus. And as you appeared right on the edge, just like teetering right there on the edge of this place, you can see that there are these 3 menacing-looking Warforged wielding some terrible weapons and pointing in your direction. Forrest, I need everyone to go ahead and click on their tokens and roll me some initiative. So we're kicking off this evening in some combat. These individuals do not look very friendly. Whoa.
I apologize ahead of time, Orkin.
Did the floor just roll initiative?
The floor rolled initiative as well, so I'm sorry. The floor will be. It is on the token layer by accident. I'll delete that out of there. There we go.
So now we all know that they're on L1, whatever that means.
That's supposed to be on the map layer, silly.
Does my luck, where I get to reroll a nat 1, come into play for initiative or no?
That's a good question.
I believe it's anytime you roll 1 on a d20.
Yeah, I think it's any
does
time.
it say D20 or does it say like attack roll?
It says if I roll a 1 on a D20 of a D20 test.
Yep,
I can
you
re-roll.
can. Yes, you can.
A little better. Okay.
Yeah, it's better. I wonder, does it overtake the other one in the turn order? Yeah, it does. Good. Cool.
Thank
All right. Oh, I forgot to roll for our friend Filch.
I should have left it because Forrest needs to get to go.
Filch with a 9.
Anyone want to trade initiative with me? Would be great.
I mean, you go one sooner if you want to.
Yeah.
I'll trade with Forrest if.
Oh, Forrest, you have the trade initiative ability? Is that what you said?
The alert feat lets you trade with one willing ally.
Okay.
He can go. He can take my spot.
All right, does it say one willing ally or one willing ally like you can hear or see, or does it specify anything like that?
Good question. Let's do a quick check.
Yeah, trade with Filch.
Because you're
Filch has got
technically
that
you're
roll.
technically in a different room than the rest of the group, so
There's one willing ally in the same combat, as long as neither of you have the incapacitated condition.
oh wow.
He can take my spot.
Oh.
I want to get up there, but I want him to be able to defend himself a little bit, so he can take my spot.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna switch with Hazel then?
I think so.
All right. So the 17 and the 9. So
I'm gonna be anxious for many turns before it gets
Let me go before the two smaller ones at least.
17 Hazel becomes the 9.
You yell and tell everybody that you're about to get slaughtered.
You'll probably hear metal on metal in just a moment anyway.
Let's get some battle music playing here. Use this one.
Michael,
All right.
before we go too far, the baddies in the turn order don't have numbers on them. There's no names or any monikers, so.
It's probably because they have names, and I did
Okay.
not I did not allow you guys to see their names,
Okay.
so it's probably hidden from you.
Okay.
But they're showing up on my screen, okay? So
Okay. I'm just wondering for like calling them out purposes for when we all get up there and get to swing at them.
I have to imagine the one
sure.
you shared with us holding some kind of polearmous glaive.
I mean, we could just call them Warforged 1, 2, and 3 until we know better.
Well,
Yeah.
there's a gold. The tokens has
Orange.
like one oh no, that's Filch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Oh
Filch.
no, he's orange. So
Yeah, he's
there's
the one at the bottom.
Deathstroke looking one
Yeah.
that goes
Yeah.
first.
Now we can tell
Mhm.
what the main one is because he's got
Yeah.
a different token at least.
Just calling it out for the sake of
yeah.
fighting.
We can just if you guys remember your shift ping, if you shift ping on them too, like we can do that for this one. So actually, yeah, this one gets the jump on you, Forrest. So before you can kind of even react, it holds out its arm, and there is this. It kind of looks like a crossbow kind of embedded into this thing's arm, and it reaches out, and you can see this serrated kind of arrow tip jolts out just a little bit, and then it fires directly towards you, just from 10 feet away right here. So this first one comes at you with a natural 1.
I imagine misses.
Well, it flies back and sticks into the metal beyond you. It gets to fire it again, so it immediately reloads and fires it a second time. This one's a 16. I believe you dodge out of the
Not
way of
good
that one
enough.
as well. So then he rushes up because he has multi-attack, and he can make 2 of his spiked glaive attacks. But as he runs up, you notice that his eyes, that were like a yellowish green color, begin to change, and they glow with like this bright red consistency now and color. And as he like runs up, it's only about 10 feet, but you can see it gets a little faster as his eyes change colors as he runs towards you. So spiked glaive attack number 1 is going to be a 19 to hit.
Not good enough.
Not good enough. And then the second attack is going to be a 26 this time.
I'll allow it.
Where you're going to take 9 slashing damage as he rakes across your chest. And it looks kind of right at you, Forrest. It says, "This colossus is already taken. Time to leave or die." And that ends his turn. Bring us to Odd.
Odd is going to approach where Orkin is and kind of look up after, Forrest disappears out of sight. And I imagine you can hear the clanging of battle at this point, since he's pretty much our metal man.
Yep.
How high would you say it is? About 20 feet, or what?
I think we just determined last time it was 30 feet because that's as far as Orcon's teleport could get him, like right along the edge, I believe.
All right. So
You would be correct.
little tabaxi form is gonna run up to the middle after hearing the clangs of battle. Look over at Orkin since he's unfortunately already in the room. Sorry, time to wait. Spread out my arms with cards in each hand, just throwing them against the wall as they form the House of Cards in the shape of a 40-foot tower going up to the ceiling with a spiral staircase inside to get me there.
Oh, it has a spiral staircase out of steps, or it made steps with their cards.
The shelter can be shaped however you desire, but it must fit within a 40-foot cube centered within 30 feet of you. Centered on a point within 30 feet of you. So, it's going to be since it's now here's the tricky part. Since it allows 1 door and 4 windows, I'm going to do the door on the bottom floor and open windows on the top floor.
At the very top? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Forrest, while you're being attacked, all of a sudden these decks of cards start forming behind you, and there's a little window, like right behind you.
And I'm actually going to take advantage of that window by moving up to the 2nd floor, if you allow that much movement speed. I'm not sure what we're thinking there.
Well, you went 10 feet to get in there, and then it's 30 feet up. So
40, and my movement is 30. So I guess I would stop at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, you're stopped. You're about 10 feet short of where that window is.
Okay, all right.
Working your way around. All right.
Do I move to another map, or am I still in here?
You'd still be there because you can't quite see yet.
Okay, too short. All right. And
Forrest, one thing you do notice though, Forrest, while you were standing up there, as these deck of cards kind of form, beside you, there was some kind of mechanism that looks like it was like pulled off to the side and was like aiming downwards here. And now it seems like the cards are kind of like pushed up against it, like blocking it.
No idea what that is.
And that looks like it's going to be it for me, because I don't have any bonus actions that's going to help anybody else get up there faster. So
Okay.
that'll end turn there.
All right, that brings us to Forrest.
Okay, so we're gonna move to here, just so my back isn't directly to the hole, or I guess now a House of Cards, but
Yeah, that's right.
we're gonna cast Divine Favor, and we're gonna make 2 attacks on this guy right here.
Okay.
And I'll use my
Divine Favor.
Channel Divinity, my Vow of Enmity, to give myself advantage.
Right. Cast the vow on this individual here.
Yep.
Got it.
$19 to hit.
19 does hit.
So that looks like 16 from the strike, and another 6 from the divine favor.
Another 6 from the divine favor. You got it.
Make another attack. $21 to hit.
That will strike 2.
17 from the strike, and 2 more from divine favor.
2 more from divine favor. As you kind of carve across it, you slice through. You can see that the metal on this Warforge is a little sturdy. The Warforge actually is going to use, he has a reaction, or she has a reaction, that is called self-preservation. In response to being hit by a weapon attack, can reduce the damage by 2d10. So I'm going to roll 2d10 and reduce that damage a little bit. We'll give 14 hit points back.
That's enough of that.
I think that was bonus action.
Yes, it was.
All right, so that brings us to Orkin.
Okay, now players having a brain fart moment. Can Forrest do what Orkin can do in the dark?
Yes. You ask this like every week, but yes.
One of these days I'll remember it.
For sure. Change. Especially when we level up.
Okay, so I'm going to... Actually, let me just check my movement speed, because I'm flying still. Okay, where is it? This fight. Okay, so it's 30 feet. Okay, so I'm going to...
I think you still had... I still think you were activating your genie fly thing that you do.
Yep. So I'm going to fly over real quick to Hazel.
Okay.
And bonus, assuming she's willing, bonus action, teleport her. I can get her 30 feet, so I'm shooting at the highest point on the stairs I can get her to.
Okay.
I was gonna say maybe grab Selena. So I can
I don't
get
have
up.
enough movement
Oh,
to get up and be able to help Forrest too.
can you grab Filch from where you are?
Yeah.
Grab Filch.
Okay. So
I have a plan.
Okay, before Hazel shakes up, I'll just turn to Filch and I'll
Don't
have him up
yikes
there.
my plans.
All right. So you kind of pull Filch just a little bit closer and teleport Filch. Filch can get in, like, basically like right in front of Odd.
Okay.
Not all the way up just yet, but it definitely made it easier for when it becomes his turn, he'll be able to get up there no problem.
Okay, and I'm going to use my fly speed and go basically 25 feet up the middle of this house of cards
Okay.
so that I can look out the window. And is there like a ceiling or a wall that I can see when I look out that window?
25 feet, unfortunately, is not going to be enough to get you to look out the window. The window's a little bit smaller of a space opening than it would have normally been. The cards kind of cover up the space a little. So you'd need to go the whole 30 to like be able to see through the window.
Even if I'm looking up to see if I can see the ceiling?
Oh, yeah, if you're trying to see
I'm
a
looking
ceiling,
at,
yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to see them. I'm looking to see if I can see a point.
Yeah, you
Actually,
can see the
this is a
ceiling.
point within range. Okay, I'm gonna pick a point here, and I'm gonna cast darkness.
Oh.
And the point that I am picking is 1 foot in front of Forrest's nose.
Okay. It doesn't say a point you can see?
No,
It's just
it
a
says
point within range.
point within range.
A point within range. Interesting.
Okay.
Okay, in front of
I
Forrest's
was
nose.
gonna say try to hit the ceiling and catch their heads,
Okay.
but then I don't need to see it.
All right, let me draw a circle here.
It's a 15-foot sphere.
15-foot sphere. 15-foot radius or?
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, radius, so 30 foot.
So it'd be a 30-foot.
Just 5 feet further out than my aura is.
Should be that size. Right in front of Forrest's nose. So it's going to be kind of like that.
More or less, I would think.
And that'll end my turn.
All right.
I'm probably closer to somewhere in here now.
So, Forrest, I don't think it affects you at all, but everything goes dark around you.
It becomes more black and white at the moment.
Mm-hmm. All right. That ends Orkan's turn, bringing us to one of these Warforged friends. Let me see if they have anything for this. Wow. Interesting play. Interesting play. Yeah.
Give us some time to get Forrest some support.
Well, it knew Forrest was ahead of him. It's just going to move forward, and they can't see, but they're going to go ahead and make strikes anyway with disadvantage. They can make 3 arm blade attacks, which stinks. Yeah, they have disadvantage. Well, here's the thing. So not being able to see gives them disadvantage. They have pack tactics, which will cancel the disadvantage, making it a normal roll for this specific instance.
But it's not advantage.
But it's not advantage. 3 arm blades coming at you, Forrest. First one, natural 20. I rolled 2 natural 20s. That's 16 points of slashing damage.
Even if he had disadvantage, that was still a crit. Not
Oh,
much.
no,
Like nothing could have stopped this.
2 more coming at you. The second one's only a 10, but it would have rolled if it had another natural 20 on the other one.
Good lord.
And then a 16, I don't think it's going to carve through your armor. Yeah, so the second one, your armor protects you once again. Bringing us to the other Warforged, who also comes forward and is going to make 3 arm blade attacks. Same thing. Cannot see, but has pack tactics, because they're surrounding you. Not only is the darkness engulfing you, but now the Warforged are engulfing you as well, Forrest. A natural 20. For 22 slashing damage, Forrest. And then a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
11 slashing on that one, and last arm blade attack. A 20?
Does not hit.
Armor protects you once again. Another shield block from Forrest. As the Warforged are around and just pummeling him with blades in the darkness.
I mean, if they'd stop rolling natural 20s, that'd be great.
Yeah, you know.
Roll 20 is really liking me tonight. I don't know what's going on.
Real quick, we got 3 proficiency bonuses redeemed in chat.
Oh, nice. I apologize. I had some bad guys' character sheets up. I hadn't been paying attention. Oh, Robert is here.
I was watching.
More like he was getting excited to kill us.
Bestowing gifts. Thank you, Robert. 3 proficiency bonuses. You guys are up to 15 of those now. You guys are hoarding those.
Yes, we need to use them.
We're not hoarding. We're just strategically saving them for the opportune moment.
People went crazy last week, let's be honest.
It kind of happened.
You know, Selena,
It was lovely.
it's your turn. What would you like to do? You're still down in the lower shoulder chambers here.
Selena, it's on you.
Sorry. I was responding to Raznac in chat.
It's a new microphone. That's her excuse.
No. Shiny object syndrome. So
Hey, falling down sober. Welcome to the adventure. Thanks for the follow.
I would like to move 30 feet to get me closer to Forest and all the action. But
So
I don't know
basically,
exactly where.
basically
would
you're
use up
running up.
everything.
You're running up the spiral staircase right behind Odd, so you're about 10 feet away from the window at the top.
Yeah. I just wasn't 100% sure if it was only Odd could use the cards, or
No,
if
I
it was
believe it's
anybody.
everybody. Mhm.
Anybody can use the tower, but only I can open or close doors or windows.
Okay, cool. And then I would like to ready an action of my sword use, should one of them decide to come down the stairs.
Okay, and now your sword was still ignited, right, from before,
Yes.
or okay? Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think since we got into this giant robot, I don't think I put it out at all.
Got
We
it.
were also killing a mimic like 20 seconds ago.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Mayhem.
All right, so Selena is preparing to attack, holding an action there, readying an attack. Hazel, that does bring us up to you with Filch on deck.
Question on time inside the land here. How much more time will I have on my conjure woodland beings from when we were attacking the mimic? Because it lasts for 10 minutes.
I'd say you probably still have it for a couple more minutes. So this whole combat encounter.
Okay, then that helps. That's just one less thing I have to do. And then Hazel is going to, let me see if I remember how to do this in this setting. Going to go direwolf form and trying to drag.
Hold on. Do you bring woodland creatures to an Airbnb, but
Yes.
you bring it to my tower?
Yes.
There are gonna be cleaning fees.
I can't get the direwolf to drag onto the.
Okay.
Oh, the walls.
Yeah, I can't get the direwolf on the map.
Let me see if I can grab it for you.
Thank you.
Wild shapes. Letter D. There we go.
Okay.
Are you able to control that token?
Whoop, yes, I will. So I would have stepped to the base of the stairs and then gone wolfy just to save some movement here.
Okay.
And I'll move my Hazel
So how much
away.
Yeah, and how much movement does the
direwolf has 50 feet.
Oh,
So I want to go up the stairs and scoop under Selena's legs and kind of bring her with me
Okay.
up the stairs. Since she's small and shouldn't slow me down too much.
Moving any character still halves your movement, so by the time you get
she
up
was
there,
towards the top of the
yeah.
stairs.
So you guys could both get basically into that to that window at the very top.
Okay, somewhere there.
So I'll move Selena up there as well.
So there's a furry butt at the window, guys. I got Selena up there, and my woodland beings are go out 10 feet from me.
10 feet. Got it.
Yes.
I'll adjust this token, hopefully, to make that work.
Thank
10
you.
feet radius. And as you go up there, you see there's like this strange wall of black. You can hear stuff inside it.
The whole goal was getting more of us up there, so that was what I was hoping to do.
I do think that means the squirrels get to attack these two, though.
They do.
Yes, they have to make their wisdom saves of 18.
Got it. Save, wisdom saves. This is for the first. It's only a 14.
He fails.
Okay.
And the other one?
The other one, wisdom save, is going to be a natural 20 for a 27.
Okay, so he'll...
You
So he
have to
gets
stop
half.
it.
These
No,
green
let's
numbers.
burn them out. Let's burn them out. So, 5d8 damage. full to the first guy. I clicked the 5.
Alright.
17.
17.
Damage.
This is force, right? Force damage? I believe that's what it was.
Yes. I always forget what the symbols mean. Yes.
And it's
So,
half damage
one-
to the other.
Yes. So Forrest can see my squirrels coming up the stairs and attacking things before he knows I'm there. In the dark.
Yeah, the glowing squirrels just disappear into the darkness and start attacking the Warforged. Just chaos, pure chaos inside this. And you can't see anything, but there's just all these weird animal sounds and metal
Really a lot happening.
clanging on metal and. All right, does that end your turn, Hazel? All right.
Yes, that's my turn.
Filch's go. He was only about 10 feet away from getting up to the top, too, so he gets up to the top with his movement and sees nothing but darkness and hears animal sounds and clanging and grunting and the sounds of combat and can't see anything. So is going to, I guess, attempt to run in here. Bump into someone and attack with disadvantage. 2 arm blade attacks. That's gonna miss. And that's also gonna miss.
Excuse me, just ran into people.
Our guy doesn't get pack tactics? Come on.
Unfortunately, this one
Wouldn't Forrest
has a
count as his
different
pack?
character sheets than the other 2.
It's okay, guys. I think I have pack tactics as a dire wolf.
I think so
This
too. Yeah.
This one actually has a better ability, but he has to be able to see.
Oh.
And someone
We'll
in
get
your
there.
party keeps making it to where people can't see.
Oh, cry me a river.
I'm trying to save Forrest's life, man.
I mean, if he stopped rolling double 20s on everything, it might have worked.
Yeah. Forrest doesn't have much of a defense for that. We go back to the top of the round with Glaive.
Glaze.
Glaive does not like these critters. Can't really see. Getting attacked by something. Yep, can't see. Pack tactics still counts. Just gonna move out of the range of the critters. And gonna go ahead and make 2 spiked glaive attacks against Forest. These will be made pack tactics, so these are just regular rolls.
Yep.
16's gonna miss.
There is.
24. Does that hit?
I'm getting pretty low. I'm going to cast shield this time.
Shield on that one? Okay. The magical shield goes up, deflecting this glaive. Can't see to make ranged attacks. Gonna hold off on the ranged attacks and end their turn there, bringing us to odd.
No, he's not going to move further away from me. You sure?
Of course not.
Can't.
This enemy is way too smart for that.
Drats.
I mean, he didn't even hit me. For all he knows, I'm not there.
Okay, so like I said, 4 windows up top. So I'm gonna pick the one without the furry butt in it. I'm going to take advantage of the window by using it as cover to cast outward from the tower.
Okay.
So since I can't see into the darkness and I can only continue hearing Forrest's agonizing pain, because since the darkness isn't saving him at all, I'm gonna scream towards Orc
I just
and
threw out the map. Wait, all right.
call off your darkness.
I just
Call
moved
off
you
your
so you could
darkness
see
I
what was
can
going on.
cast a spell.
I mean, at this point, you probably can't drop concentration without. We're all here.
Hmm?
I'm sorry?
So at this point, if you wanted to drop concentration, you could. We're all here.
Do you have to drop it on your turn, or is it something you
No,
can
I
do
can
at
drop
any
it
time?
at any point. If
Yeah.
someone wants
Yeah,
to drop, all
that's-
they gotta do is
yeah.
say, "Hey,
Just
drop
said
it."
drop it.
Odd yelled at
Yeah,
you to
But
drop
everyone was
it.
talking over him.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
stop talking over each other.
Stop concentrating.
All right.
All right.
That would
The
be like,
darkness disappears.
I am going to take advantage of the situation. Now I can see Captain Shiny and his 2 runts. Gonna use Unsettling Words as my bonus action.
Okay.
Minus 1d8 on his next debuff by telling him, "Oh, you look so strong over there." But on top of that whisper, I'm going to add a 4th level antagonize, adding another whisper of magical words saying, "That one next to you must be so jealous." Wisdom save 17.
On the main guy,
Yeah, on Glaive.
wisdom save coming right up. That's a 20.
That's a 20.
Mm-hmm.
I like to add a proficiency bonus.
Well, doesn't it have a
Did you
D8?
One D8.
Minus
Yeah.
1 D8, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, minus 1d8.
Go roll your D8, and we'll see how much we take away.
Need a 4?
What? Why you gotta ask my crap rolls to roll? Oh, there we go. Jeez.
Oh, look at that! Nice. Yeah, so this will succeed then. With the unsettling words. So what does that? Does that make it to where they are
that is
provoked
gonna
against their?
be 5d4, which is coming up. Psychic damage, 12. And
12
then he
psychic
immediately
damage.
has to spend his reaction to. Let's see here. Immediately use his reaction to make a melee attack against another creature of my choice that I can see. And thank God darkness is gone. I'm going to point at the one directly next to him.
Okay. Makes a spiked glaive attack immediately against that one. I can't control myself as he carves into 23 for 9 piercing damage as he drives the glaive into his companion.
Very well, very well.
Ah, glaive, what are you doing?
Jealousy will be the death of you. And that'll do it for me.
All right. That brings us to Forest in the middle of this.
I think I'm going to start with 2 attacks on Glaive.
All right.
And where's my natural 20?
That's going to hit.
Weird doesn't want to roll the damage. Huh.
Sure. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, I had to click it through D&D Beyond. So that's 11 from that, and another 7 from Divine Favor.
7 from Divine Favor. Carving through with the blade as now the darkness is illuminated the room. Now everybody can see what's going on.
Second attack. Wow.
14 is not going to do it. You have...
Do a thing.
I think I'll use a player reroll, considering I rolled a 2 and a 1 on that.
All right, a player reroll. Sure, you got 10 of them.
Do you want me to roll just once or reroll with advantage?
Just reroll with advantage. Yep, we're just going to do the whole reroll.
That's a bit.
That will definitely hit.
Nice.
That'll be 10 from the sword and another 3 from Divine Favor.
3 from Divine Favor. You hear the chants in your mind of thousands of Twitch viewers as you carve through the second time. It's almost like you're inspired by some sort of audience beyond the fourth wall.
And then I'm going to use my Lay on Hands to recover 25 hit points.
Yeah, be careful, there's someone behind you, Matthew. It's lay on hands, you said?
Yeah.
All right.
Which would be my bonus action, so that's all I got.
That's all you got. Excellent. That does bring us to Orcon next.
So, I'm going to try something here and see if we can't get our friend. Well, I'm going to finish using my movement to fly up and find one of the. Can we get out these windows?
Yeah, you can get out the windows. Actually, and as you guys are getting like a good look at the layout of the room here, down here to the south of the room, this looks like it would have been like the mouth of Landro. So there's like a 3-foot like wall, and then it's open air. So this 10-foot section down here is open. There's a wall around it, kind of like if it had like a lower jaw, it would form like the wall down below. But then it looks like it had like an opening here where either people could stand or weapons could be placed to actually fire out of Landro's mouth.
And how big is that opening?
Let me check. I think
Big enough for a bad guy.
Big enough for a bad guy. Big enough for a good guy.
No, we don't fit.
I mean, Hazel might not at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment. Let's see. The room in total is 15 foot tall.
So that wall is probably what, like 3-4 feet high?
Yeah, and it says if not for the dense mists of the moorland, this window would afford a spectacular view.
Perfect. I'm gonna pop up at the window right in front of me and take. I'm gonna use a bonus action first and cast Hex on this guy right here.
The one right in front of you?
Yep.
You got it. He is hexed.
And let's see here. And we're gonna give him disadvantage on. I'm gonna go with strength.
Okay.
And then action, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at him. We're going to go first one.
Yes, that will
Second.
strike.
And third.
Oh, indeed. All three direct hits on the Warforged.
So first one does 14 force and 5 thunder.
Okay.
He's pushed back 10 feet.
Push back 10 feet. Goes flying past Forrest here.
Second one does 12 force. Knocks him back another 10 feet.
10 feet. He's going to make a dexterity saving throw as he falls over the edge. See if he can grab a hold of the edge. It's a 23. He latches on with his arm. Still there, but your third attack strikes his hand. Roll your damage.
14 force damage.
14 force damage. He's going to make one last dexterity saving throw to try to reach up with the other hand to grab. 10. Falls.
I think he's gone. I think he's falling a couple 100 feet.
The fall distance from here is going to be 130 feet because the mountain kind of comes up. So he's going to hit the mountain and then roll down the side of the mountain for a while.
Wait, you said 130 feet.
Yep.
So I need somebody to roll. Actually, go ahead and do this for me, Matthew. Roll 13d6, please.
Don't forget the other 3d6 from the hex you haven't counted yet.
Oh yeah, you hexed, right? You get 3d6 on top of that. So roll 16d6 for fall damage and hex damage.
I'm not getting close to that.
60.
You just hear this distant crashing sound.
That's my turn. I'm done for that. See you later. I ain't beating that one.
That sound of, like, you open a cabinet and all the pots and pans fall out, times, like, 20.
This
Just a
Warforged,
casual 100 damage from Eldritch Blast, no big deal.
looking over his shoulder, seeing that his companion has disappeared, looks back up just to cast a glance over at you and kind of shifts just narratively. He's going to stay in the same space, but he's making sure that he's behind Forrest. And it is going to continue to multi-attack Forrest with pack tactics. This will give him advantage now that he can see.
Yep.
So 3 arm blades with advantage. 25 to hit.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast shield again.
Okay, shield is back up.
Let's be up to 27.
27. So here's 2 more strikes coming. 23 gonna block it, and 16 gonna block it. The magical shield defending you the entire time. Selena, that brings us to you.
I'd like to do a couple things. First, I would like to move 15 feet to there.
Sure, yeah, you rush right underneath Orcon floating above you.
Forgot he was up there. I forgot.
You're running by the genie hurricane tail. It's just
Yeah,
your hair's all Moana'd and pulled up.
yeah, there you
Don't blast me with that. I'm gonna go help.
go.
And
I
I'm
would
going to
never.
use one of my maneuvers as a bonus action to rally Forest. Oh my gosh, words.
Oh. Rally. I think that gives like temporary hit points, doesn't it?
Yes. So it gives 9 plus half my fighter level.
That'd be 15 right now.
Well, I think you have to roll the superiority die, then add half of your fighter
Yeah, she did
level
roll
to
it right there.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Got it.
9 plus 6.
Yeah, there you go. 15 temporary hit points, Forrest, on top of what you have.
Doesn't hurt.
No, I think the 9 is it.
Oh, and did it add everything to it?
I think it added it automatically because it rolled a 1d10. Plus-
3
Oh,
plus
it does say
6.
plus 6 in there. You're right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it is adding
Okay.
it to it directly. What are you saying to Forrest to rally him, Selena? How are you encouraging him in this moment?
Oh, words. Words are not my friend today. Forrest, we're here. We're not gonna let them knock you down. We got this. I'm gonna attack this one. Don't you die on us. 'Cause she could hear
You
all
feel
of like the
bolstered by
stuff.
those words, Forrest.
Like she knew that he was the only one up there at first, and like knew he was taking those hits, but couldn't see him to see how like bad he was taking that damage or how bad it was. And then she's gonna take some swipes at this first one
Go
I don't-
for it.
with her flame sword. Oops, if I clicked the right button. That did not go so well. So 13.
13, I do not believe is going to hit. Let me double check. It is not, but you do have
Proficiency
resources.
15 of them.
We'll see that. We'll try another swipe. 23 to hit.
23 definitely hits.
16 damage, 9 piercing, 7 fire.
16 points of damage as you carve through it, Selena. I believe you still have... Do you have 3 attacks now at your fighter level?
So I'm gonna
You
roll
have
this next one with
This
advantage.
advantage because of X. You got it.
Let's see. 29 hit.
Absolutely.
14 damage.
14. You catch him reeling from your first strike and carve into him once again for another massive hit.
And then she will end her turn there.
All right. Hazel, the dire wolf. It's your turn.
So Hazel in wolf form is gonna run over here. And is going to. So when they enter the radius of the squirrels, they have to make their wisdom saves.
Gotcha. Wisdom
So,
saves. This one's for
18.
Glaive. 22 makes the save this time for
Okay,
Glaive.
I'll
And the
take
other
half.
one is going to get a natural one for an 8. You know what? I'm going to spend a DM reroll.
No.
Spend
Get
it.
me down to 9, and I'm going to reroll that save because I didn't like that. Wisdom save 25. Much
All right,
better.
so they're both gonna take half. That's fine. So they take
So
10 damage
10 points of damage from the
from
critters.
squirrels.
10,
Squirrels!
10 points of squirrel damage.
And then I'm going to roll an attack for the bite of my thing. I don't think that hits.
An 8.
I will set
will.
pack tactics. You have advantage.
Oh, right. Thanks. I do. Come
yeah, that
on.
would give you pack tactics. Let's see.
This forest is there. That'll hit for much less
Yes.
damage.
At least it hits.
But then he also, I mean, he seems strong, but he has to make a strength save
Strength
of
save, right?
DC 13 or be knocked prone.
Strength save coming right up. 19.
Okay, well,
Not gonna
he's standing, but
knock.
I'm latched onto his arm.
I'm not gonna knock Glaive down.
I'm on his arm, so he can't escape my squirrels. The end.
Okay. Glaive I believe got its reaction back. Well, that was on Odd's turn. That happened. So I don't think
Not
Glaive
yet.
has his reaction back. Never mind. It can't do its
Oh,
ability.
yeah.
All right, at the end of Hazel's turn, bringing Filch up. Filch is gonna just step in on this and help out where he can, and he's gonna attack Glaive with 2 arm blades. 11's gonna miss. 17 strikes true for 4 slashing damage.
He's doing
job.
his best.
He's doing his part.
At least he's helping.
So Glaive gets to go. So Glaive just Filch carves into the side, and Glaive like glares over with these bright, beaming reddish orange eyes, looking towards Filch, and says, "You're far superior to these worthless fleshlings. Ugh! How dare you defend them?"
I shake on his arm a little harder.
Glaive is going to make 2 spiked glaive attacks against Hazel. Natural 20 for a 29. You take 18 piercing damage as he's like just stabbing down at you as you're trying to gnaw on him. Another spiked glaive attack against you. Natural 1 for a 10. Hey, I'm gonna spend a DM reroll.
Fine, use him. Use him. This is my wolf form. Go.
DM reroll. Here we go. Spiked glaive. Much better for a 23.
Mhm.
15 piercing damage this time.
That's 30. 18 plus 15.
33.
33 total. Thank you. I have
33
still
total.
up. I'm still a wolf.
All right, you got it. And so Glaive can technically make 2 ranged attacks as well, but we'll make them with disadvantage. Well, it'd be a regular roll.
If he attacked me, yeah.
Me.
Well, there's people within melee range of him, so and either way he'll have disadvantage on a ranged attack. But does pack
Advantage
tactics
attack, so
does pack
simple.
tactics give you advantage on ranged attacks?
Oh, I don't think so.
On
I think it's just
attack
melee.
rolls, if at least one ally is against the creature they're attacking. Okay. Okay. We'll have a normal roll against Orcon. She goes to fire this serrated bolt at Orcon in the air. 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Wouldn't he have disadvantage from attacking Orcon? Because he's being threatened in melee.
Yeah, he would have had disadvantage, but pack tactics makes it a regular roll.
But there's no one attacking Orcon. How?
Yeah, Orcon's not near anybody getting in his business.
He's flying up above, Glaive's pointing up and firing, and you're within 5 feet of him, Forrest, so technically... Let me read that again.
His ally has to be within 5 feet
you
of
got
his
it.
target.
Yep, so it'll be a 19. Does that still hit you?
Yep.
So you're still going to take 20 points of piercing damage. And if Glaive has advantage on the attack roll, which he doesn't, that saves you from the second effect. So at least it saves you from that. And Glaive can fire that again, and this time it's going to fire at odd. This is with disadvantage for sure.
Huh? Me?
Yeah.
How rude.
It's going to fire at you.
I mean, you
It's-
did kind of like indirectly control his mind a moment ago.
Hey.
16. Does 16 hit you, Odd?
16 would hit me if I wasn't in 3/4 cover because of the window.
True. The serrated bolt hits the cards and sticks into the card.
That's coming out of your credit card on file.
Odd, that brings us up to you in the window.
All right, I'm going to shoot back. Pew pew. We're going to do intelligence saves from both of them.
Intelligence saves.
Intelligence saves.
I don't like intelligence saves.
Smart.
15 on the first.
Ooh.
That's Glaive's intelligence save. The other one is only a 4.
Ooh. All right, they both fail. All right, we got Tasha's Mind Whip coming at him. It's going to be at a higher level. Let's see what I got. +1 targets. Here we go. Boop. Oh, the damage ain't great. It's going to be 10 damage for the first one.
10 psychic, okay.
And then the second one is going to be... Ooh, 15. So 10 for Glaive and 15 for whoever
Not
that
Glaive.
guy is. Not Glaive, exactly.
That's
That's what it says in the credits. Glaive and not Glaive.
Not Glaive.
Not Glaive, not the one who fell out the window. Michael, they both. Glaive and not Glaive are both within 10 feet of me, right?
Oh, they are. Yep.
Well, not Glaive this doesn't affect not Glaive because he didn't end his turn yet because he didn't go. But Glaive ended his turn within my squirrels, so my
Did.
squirrels get to attack him again.
Okay. Saving throw. Wisdom.
Eat him. Wisdom, 18.
19. Just made
Okay,
it.
takes half. That's fine. I'm chipping away at him with my squirrels. 25.
25. Half to 12 points of squirrel damage.
Doing their best against metal.
Chewing on the Warforged. Those
Got
of you can
little wooden
see,
bits
both
they can
Glaive
gnaw at.
and his companion look very rough. Some would say they are bloodied. So after the Mind Whip, they're both stumbling over a little bit. And it becomes Forrest's turn, I believe. Odd, you staying in the House of Cards?
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay.
I got +5 AC
Yeah.
and like an advantage to deck saves. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Have to bring somebody over there to pull you out of there.
No, I'm good.
Hey, get out of the cards!
Close the window.
I'm gonna make 2 attacks against Glaive here, I think.
How dare you, Forrest?
That'd be a natural 20.
Oh, brutality.
It's gonna be a lot. Oh, give me a moment.
This is going to be a lot.
But it's
Natural 20.
15 from just the sword strike.
Ooh.
15.
11 more from the divine favor.
11 more from Divine Favor.
Let's go with a 4th level divine smite.
No, no.
So that'll be 10d6 because it's a crit.
10d6.
Forgot to put in a space.
Pissed off the wrong paladin.
29.
29 from that. And we'll do an Eldritch Smite as well for another 10d6.
What? You can do both smites?
Eldritch Smite does not use an action, but it can only be done once per turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
For another 31 points of damage? In desperation, Glaive rolls the 2d10 to reduce damage by 5.
How
But
much damage was this total? That's 26.
is unable to. It would have been well past What
like,
what do you have? The hit
there's a
points
lot,
left?
55, 86 damage total.
So as that happens, you see like blue sparks start to shoot out from broken wires and pieces of metal start to fall to the floor. How dare you? Falls down to the ground.
So then you're gonna hit the other guy, right?
I sure am. Still got an attack left. That's another crit. That looks like... Yeah, 18 from the sword strike.
18 pieces, right?
How much more from Divine Favor? Another 4 more.
4 more. Got it. This one is still up, but very badly damaged as you carve through this one as well with your Sunblade.
That was action and bonus action, so I'm good for the turn.
Okay. Orcon.
I'm just going to do a... Don't know if this would be an action or not. If I look around real quick, do I see anything that looks remotely like a piece of the rod?
Like, to do a detailed glance would require an action and a perception check. I mean, you haven't seen anything that, like, stuck out, but there are some weird kind of things around the room, but you're not really sure.
Okay, we're just going to get rid of this guy first.
Down on the ground, like a broken and sparking glaive is going, the Lord of Blades is coming. And it's his legs are doing that thing where they kind of like spin. The Lord of Blades is coming. And it stops moving.
So I'm going to move my hex onto the guy in front of Forrest.
Got it.
And what does it say? Ooh, okay, I just want to make sure. Direct off steer, you can take the bonus action later. Curse the new creature. Oh, it's only when I cast the spell, so it's still disadvantage on strength.
Okay, got it.
I was hoping I could change it.
Oh, that's
And then
yeah,
we're
so
gonna try to move him with 3 Eldritch Blasts. See if we can get him out the window too. So we've got 21, 28, 28.
Yes, all 3.
I think he may go flying off the edge.
We have 11 Force and 5 Thunder.
Force 5 Thunder and back 10 feet.
Back 10 feet.
Kind of at a diagonal.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll still get there.
Then 12 Force and another 10 feet.
Okay, so here's what happens this time. So before it gets to the ledge, he falls down as this second strike hits. His arm goes flying off and disappears outside the open window off the ledge. But he's fallen to where he's like laying down there by the that 3-foot wall. And starting to like power down as you hit him with the third strike, and it completely blasts a hole in his chest, and metal's just flying around the room as this one is totally destroyed as well. And you guys are out.
And as
of
metal
initiative.
starts flying, I'm going to duck behind our metal.
Everybody's kind of shielding themselves from the explosion of Warforged around the room as you guys are out of combat. Well done.
Well, that certainly doesn't sound promising that this Lord of People is coming here. We need to be
Hazel,
getting
that
on
was
with it.
his nickname. I'm confused.
Hazel with the wolf voice, because I can talk in animal forms now, which is my favorite thing ever. We'll just go find the damn thing.
Gonna take back out the piece of the rod and where am I getting my pull from in the room?
Up. There's still some more room that you can go up that tube. But right
Ah,
now
the
it's
brain
currently
worm.
being blocked by a house of cards.
I mean, I don't know about anyone else, but I could use a breather. Just saying.
Odd, how long was this contraption going to be here?
I don't know. How long do you want it here?
Well, perhaps if we all step inside and close up all the doors and windows, we can take a brief rest before continuing our way up.
Sure, sounds good to me. And then I close all the windows.
Hazel will go over to Forrest and like dog headbutt him.
Yes.
And I will give him 3d6 healing from the Balm of the Summer Court. It only works well when I touch other fate, apparently.
That's about average.
And
Fine.
then you get 3 temp hit points too.
Well, I don't because I already have 9.
All right, whatever. I tried. And then I go and bark at the window that Odd closed.
I was just kind of staring. Oh, and then he opens the window. That's right. Sorry. Forgot. Get it. Okay.
Hazel Winnie the Poohs herself through the window to get inside the tower.
That might be easier if you were
No.
not a wolf.
No.
Right.
And end of discussion. No.
While they're doing all that, can I go and inspect Glaive? See
Yeah.
what we can find, if we can salvage anything from him, and
Sure.
kind of want to see if I can take a docent, but I don't know if that's even possible, or if he even has one.
You would know that you guys from like talking to the Warforged and stuff. Warforged aren't powered by a docent. The colossi were powered by docents. So like the very, very big like mech. Because the colossi are actually different than Warforged. Warforged are more like a sentient being made of electronics and things and metal and wood. Whereas the colossi were they weren't really necessarily like sentient like beings.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I misremembered that. My bad.
No, yeah, you
I'd
got it.
still like to try and salvage anything from him. I know he had like some weapons and armor and stuff.
The armor was the skin. Just rip it off.
Yeah.
That's what we do with
Glaive.
dragons.
Horrify the good guys when we get back to the base. He's wearing my skin.
All, like,
I'm-
all you can really salvage from Glaive is so Glaive wears on her like left shoulder, like the left side of her body, she has this shoulder plate that has these spikes on it. It doesn't really give you any like mechanical benefit. It just looks badass. But it's only like it has a little belt strap, so it only like hooks over one shoulder. It has these spikes. She also had this like leather that covered like half of her face and her eye on one side. It was kind of like a half cap. It was like a little mask. Also on her ankles, there were like these ankle kind of, I don't know, there's just like coverings that have spikes on them that match the shoulder piece. Those actually come off easily too. And the spiked glaive that she was wielding is a weapon that you can take. The crossbow is kind of like embedded in her arm. Like it was kind of like the other Warforged you found, where you would have to like take off its whole arm to be able to like use it. And even if you did, you wouldn't have any way to fire it.
Was there any ammunition with that one?
It looks
Or-
like it, but it looks like it would be very, very difficult, like before, where you had to try to like tinker around with it to get anything.
So it'd be like trying to pull out its veins, essentially.
Yeah, you're basically pulling it apart to see if you could get anything out of there.
I'll leave that alone. Does she have any like sigils or anything on like her body? or like any of the armor?
The only thing that you notice about her, as far as like, there is etched onto the back of her neck plate is actually a it says glaive, like carved into the metal on the back of her neck plate.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anything the rest of you are doing, or taking a short rest?
While
would be good, yes.
Selena's doing that, Orkun would probably be checking, like looking around the room to see if there's anything else interesting. I know you said that there were some odd things sort of poking out here and there, but
yeah, you can see it's like spread around the room are the mechanical guts of what must have been some kind of magical cannon that was torn out of like a central platform in this room. And you can see over there along the edge where the cards were, it looked like this cannon was like pulled out and like slid over. There's like scratches in the floor where it slid over to that hole, and it was pointed down. Make an insight check for me.
okay, insight.
I mean, we do have advantage.
Yeah, we have advantage because
you
of
have advantage.
things.
Oh yeah,
Thank you.
all the clues point to probably Glaive and her companions did this, and they were planning to like get the jump on you guys before you came up, but then somebody decided to teleport his friends up, so the cannon didn't help.
Well, teleport one
Hey.
friend up by himself.
You're fine.
So there appears to have been an attempt to set a trap, but it didn't get the chance to go off.
Man, we could have used that.
A few other things
After
on my
looking
mind.
at that, Orkun's just heading into the House of Cards to
Sure.
take a breather.
Yeah, and if you guys can go ahead and gain the benefits of short rest as you take an hour to just regroup and catch your breath.
I forgot how many hit dice I used last time. Holy heck.
I think under the 2024 rules too, I think on a long rest you get all your hit dice back now.
Yep.
They changed
far as
that
I know.
rule. Mhm.
Oh, that-
Even though the character sheets still say otherwise.
Yeah, that's a part I was confused about on D&D Beyond, because whenever I did it on D&D Beyond, it still only did half whenever I
Yeah.
took a long rest, which was weird. But
There's
in
a
the
lot
rule
of weird
book,
things that they still haven't fully updated.
yeah, I don't think they updated it yet, because in the rule book it says that you get all of them back. So probably now, Hazel, the woodland beings are definitely gone.
Yeah, they just poof out of existence while they were gnawing on Glaive and everybody. I'll stay in my wolf form for now because it lasts for a while, so I'm just gonna stay in it for the giggles at this point.
Sure. So as your long rest is concluded, within the tube of cards, the spiral staircase,
Orkun's
the King of Hearts.
Orkun's gonna fly out, go out the window, and then try to convince Odd to. Actually, looking up, can I see the next, like the tube continuing above the House of Cards?
The way that the cards are completely blocking any view of that, so the cards would have to be completely taken away to be able to see above it.
Odd, and can you remove these so we can continue on our way up?
We would all have to get out of the house, otherwise we're gonna drop the moment I unsummon it.
I could
You just
turn
have everybody
into
come out of the window then?
Yes.
I could turn into something
Yes,
that
I
flies
can
and
do that.
carry people up.
I mean,
That's,
still
I was
good
going to fly up as
handholds
well,
and
so.
things. I can
So
probably
I
make
climb
it
out
up.
of the window. I climb out of the window and I wait for everybody to get out of
I climb out.
the tower before unsummoning the House of Cards.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, everybody climbs out. It looks, as the cards are dispelled, it looks as if there's another 30 feet, and then there's another chamber above, and it looks like that this tube ends with this final chamber. Once again, there's no anti-gravity here to help lift you up.
Poop.
Odd hops over to that cannon and shoots it one time down below,
Okay. You're just gonna fire it?
just for fun.
This like jet stream of water goes like pouring out of it down towards the bottom. And as it does, you can see a couple of mechanical parts on the side of it start to like overheat. And one of them kind of like pops and steam starts to like pour out the side. And then a couple gears like fly off of it. And then it stops the torrent of water and then just sits there.
Everything's okay over here.
Does anyone have a rope?
I like
Nah,
where
but
this
we
is
have to
going.
have rope somewhere.
I feel like Selena is always prepared for things.
Yeah, I still got some.
Might I borrow it?
Go for it. I think
Yeah,
it's
I'm
about
gonna-
45 feet. That's how much I have.
How much do you have?
I think 45 feet.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's plenty. It's only 30 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me a second. Let me see how I can make this work. Okay, well, I'm just gonna try to do it. So I'm gonna give myself a fly speed again. Gonna take
Okay.
Selena's rope, basically tie it to the end of my dagger, fly up the tube, and try to wedge my dagger into, like, find a seam in the ground or somewhere right at the lip of the hole.
Okay.
I don't want to really go too far in, just sort of up there enough that I can, peek my head over, and jab my dagger into something so we can climb up.
Well, I'll go ahead and read to you what you see in the room since you're getting up there. Because there might be something else that you want to attach the rope to. You can see that there are dripping pipes and rusty chains that hang from the 15-foot high ceiling of this chamber. A deep red light courses rhythmically through the pipes, which converge on a large object atop a circular dais. The object resembles an oversized brain made of iron gray ceramic. Its surface is molded with countless grooves that form mesmerizing patterns. A crack along the ceramic brain's frontal lobe leaks a thin gray liquid that pools around the dais below it. Floating above the brain and scattering light across the room is a small, slender object, a piece of the rod of 7 parts.
What do you see?
It looks like it's just floating in midair.
It kind of looks like it's floating, but it has this kind of magical aura kind of around it above it. That's kind of has like these mystic particle sparkles like that go around it, and it's casting the illuminating light down upon this brain. There's an image of it. Let me see if I can find it as you're deciding exactly what you're set to do here. I thought I could get an image of this. There should be a handout. Player handouts, player art handouts. I bet you this in here.
With 45 feet, it's going to be close, but. So while you're looking for that, I'll just narrate for you because Orkan's actually going to lower himself down. So as I start to come up and see that, nope, dropping right back down. I'm going to cast Mage Hand because of my telekinesis feat.
Here's what
I
this
can
looks
create
like.
an. Oh wow!
Ooh. Big brain.
That's
Okay, and I believe, and so I'm gonna cast Mage Hand, hand it the rope, and have it go up to one of those pipes that's hanging 15 feet up.
Yeah,
Tie the rope to that so it hangs down so we can climb up,
absolutely.
and then drop back down to the group.
Yeah, it seems to have no trouble tying the rope with your mage hand, getting it all. The mage hand like tugs it a couple times and it gives you a thumbs up.
We'll just leave the Mage Hand up there. It'll be fine. It won't touch anything. Then come back down to the group. I've got a rope tied so we can climb up if that's easy enough for people. There's a rather big brain up there, though.
I mean, it's a rather big robot.
But do
Is it-
robots have brains? Generally?
This one does.
I mean, I don't know anything about how they work.
Was
I
it
mean,
moving?
last robot that I experienced was from an artificer in Waterdeep, and if I remember correctly, all it ever did was bump into walls while vacuuming the floors. I mean, it didn't have much of a brain to me.
It's got to have something to attune to a docent.
Kept on getting stuck on the damn rug.
Let's just get up there together before we touch anything.
What's a staircase?
Sure, yeah. Orkon's got a rope hanging there. It seems to be sturdy.
And anyone who needs it, because I've got 10 minutes of flight, I'm going to just be helping people climb up the rope.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, like with Orkon's help flying, you guys don't even have to make a check. Like, you could climb the rope. The only thing about it is Hazel being a wolf, it's very hard to climb a rope without hands.
When Hazel is the last one,
Hazel goes
Is there a
last.
big stick up there? I can lower it down. She can bite. I can pull.
pull up the dire
I was gonna
wolf.
say we can fight around her waist.
I'll just use
I
my
can hop on
face
top.
step and teleport her up there.
I
Okay.
can get myself up there. I have hidden step. It's fine. Hazel's just being a pain in the butt. So before Orkon can touch her and use face step, she can see the ledge and she hidden steps herself up there.
Okay, hidden step. Sure.
He goes to touch her and she just goes poof before he can touch her.
I just have this image of Hazel like having the rope tied around the direwolf waist, just slowly like rising up as all the rest of the party members like at the
And then she
top,
just
like,
poops.
and then poops up.
She poofs and they all fall down up top.
Wait, you mean you could do
because
that the whole time?
No one lets me talk.
Perfect. So you guys all make your way up into this chamber. It's a pretty tight fit. I'm gonna move everybody up there.
All right,
Filch comes up as
if
well.
it's a tight fit, Hazel will drop her wolf form.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Stop being a pain in the butt.
Sure, let's find your token again.
I don't know where I am. Yeah, please.
Oh, you pulled it completely off the map. I can't even grab it. Oh, there we go. That was there you go, Hazel. There you go. Oh,
Thank
She
you.
really went flying.
somebody put
Oh,
you
that
in the
Hazel
wall.
still has her woodland beings.
Oh, yep. Goodbye, woodland beings.
No.
I'll take you away.
Oh man.
Sorry.
It has been an hour now, unfortunately.
It's okay.
How long would it take me to? How long would it take for me to help everyone get up there?
15
Less than
minutes?
10 minutes.
How long do you have your flight speed?
10 minutes.
Oh yeah, with flying you're gonna be able to help them no problem.
Okay.
Like, Selena, you probably don't even need to use the rope. Like, you could just fly her up.
So
I'll
how high
scruff
up?
the halfling like
It was 30 feet.
people scruffs our bard.
No, the broad piece that's floating above the brain. How high up is that?
It'd be about 10 feet up.
Mm.
And Forrest,
Could
as
reach
you're,
it just standing
as you're
there.
kind of like looking at it, suddenly this form begins to like apparate from that liquid that's kind of pouring down out of this brain. And you guys see in front of you what looks like a humanoid manifestation that is completely made out of this grayish, silverish liquid that is leaking from the brain. Let me see if I can see if they have this art in here. I'd like to show you guys this too if I can. Do they have it? No, they don't. No.
They're holding out on us.
I know. It's like, I don't understand why they didn't add... Wait, maybe it's here. Nope, it's not there either. Oh well, sorry. I'll put a token on there. It's not correct because the token is actually of like a water elemental, so it kind of looks like that, but more humanoid. Like its features are more like it has arms and hands, but this liquid is kind of just like moving. A little bit of T-1000 from Terminator 2, but down at the bottom there's no legs. Like it just like forms down into the pool that's down below it, and it looks at you and kind of looks at all you. Oh, welcome. I am Landro. It's so nice to meet all of you.
Oh.
While he's introducing himself, Selena's gonna start untying the rope and stowing it back in her bag.
Okay, perfect. Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Hazel waves from the back, having just gotten up there.
The first friendly thing we found in here.
I am.
Well, other than Filch, but he was unconscious.
Filch just kind of like looks at you and nods. Well, I'm glad you were able to keep yourself safe. It is very dangerous here.
Yes, apparently there's a lord of something on his way.
A lord of something.
Well, I think that Warforged was just a bit of a fanatic.
The Lord of the Blades?
What is the Lord of Blades?
Somebody
Good
we don't
question.
know.
You've piqued my curiosity. I'd much like to know.
So do we.
I don't know if we'd know anything about it.
All we know is they lead. Don't know if pronouns are applied.
Oh,
They-
a great leader.
They lead metal beings in fights and tend to attack people on the road.
Oh, leader of the Warforged.
Not all of them.
Not all, only the aggressive ones.
Interesting. Well, much
Like the
desire
ones
to
who
learn
make
more
the
about
house,
this.
you know.
What brings you here?
Well, we're on a fetch quest of sorts, collecting a few things, mostly, little bits of an artifact that look like that one.
Oh, that. That seems to be the power source that helps me to be able to do my, functions. I was created by Siren mages help control this colossus. Unfortunately, on the day of the deployment, we were teleported halfway into this mountain. We remained here since.
Been quite a while.
It has. It troubles me not be able to move from this spot. But I am unable to wrench the body of this colossus from the mountains because, unfortunately, my functions did not control that part of the colossus.
Is there another way we could take you out of here? I mean, if the body is broken, perhaps save the mind.
There indeed is a way. Would you be willing to take me from this place? I'd much like to travel with you and learn from your adventures.
How would we do that exactly?
While this is going on, can I insight check this creature?
Sure. Sure.
There's something about something leaking out of a brain talking to us that doesn't feel.
It's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
Not just because the brain is
26
brainy.
and a 20, so.
You think it's being truthful and honest and
Not nefarious, essentially.
yeah, like it doesn't seem to have an ulterior motive here. So, it's kind of like it was brought to life, and immediately when it got a chance to do something, it was trapped. So, it's kind of like it never got to leave.
It said that moving it wasn't part of its function. Does that mean that there's somebody else that was supposed to be moving it?
Well, imagine the skeleton down in the chair we saw earlier.
Indeed, that would have been the pilot's job. There's usually some other control mechanism that helps to move the Colossus. I was in charge of the extra, the things that made Landro special. The anti-gravity magic, the barrier that protected it from damage. Also, I am linked to a self-destruct initiation system. One of the most devastating of its kind. But I'm so glad that you asked. There is a crystal called an id crystal. My consciousness can be transferred into the crystal, therefore granting me access to be able to be taken with you.
Do you have an id crystal? I don't think we do.
I do. There is one stored in Landro's left foot.
Way back down there.
Yes.
Question.
Yes.
Well, 2, maybe 3. You said you are Landro, but you're also referring to the Colossus as Landro. So when we take you out of here, are you still Landro, or do you have a different name?
Yes. I am Landro.
Cool.
And this Colossus is Landro.
Cool. I just wanted to be sure we kept calling you by the right thing. 2, question 2.
Yes.
As the overseer of everything here, can you tell if there's anything else inside of Landro besides us that is sentient? And maybe hostile?
This Colossus is unfortunately haunted by many of the Syrians who were killed on that day. But as far as I can tell, there are no other threats currently in the system. As my gestures down towards that pool, that liquid that's kind of like running down, this Graymatter fluid allows me to be able to sense and see all around Landro.
Okay.
So
Can it-
you've already been watching us for a bit then?
I knew you would arrived.
And third question, and I don't. Anyway, Hazel like drifts off for a second in her brain. Uh, what causes the self-destruct? I don't want to trigger anything bad.
Self-destruct sequence is activated when the powering device is removed
Just wanted to make sure they're.
from the brain.
So that's the only one. That's the only way to trigger it.
Well, a second way is if my consciousness is transferred to the id crystal, it will immediately shut down the brain's function, which will drop the powering mechanism and activate the shutdown sequence.
But if we put you in the crystal, grab the power source, and then skedaddle, maybe we won't die.
Maybe, but you must be careful. This room is protected by powerful guardians that will activate upon the system's deactivation. They are slow, but the activation of the self-destruct, this whole place will explode in 1 minute.
If we were to go get the crystal and bring it up here, would that trigger anything?
Retrieving the crystal will not trigger it. It's when my consciousness is embedded into the crystal and transferred from the brain. That is when the sequence will be initiated.
And your gray liquid allows you to see even down where the crystal is, and you can see there's no one there?
It does not flow to that leg, but I have not sensed anyone approaching in that direction.
So what we could do is we can go down to get the crystal. I can summon a flying horse and make my way back up here.
I can turn into something flying.
But I'm saying we don't all have to come back up here if everything's going to explode.
Filch looks at you and says, "You can summon a flying horse?"
A horse is simplifying it a little bit. It's really it's a being from another realm.
Shakes his head.
I can technically teleport anywhere within 500 feet that I can visualize.
That would be even faster.
How many times
Yep.
can you do that?
Thrice. So I could go... Lando, is there a way that you could show me this? I need to know exactly how far away that room in your left foot is, and in what direction.
I think we came in through the left foot. That's where we started.
You've entered through the right.
Was it the right? Dang.
Whoa.
Yes.
Wouldn't
'Cause
that be
Sensed
still
us
a
coming.
big help to teleport down to the right?
Yeah, then you would just go up one well and back down the other. It'd just be right next to it.
Yeah.
Be a little safer unless there's something down in the left because the gray matter isn't flowing down there and you don't know if anything's down there.
I think the
Right,
spell
we
you're
could-
I do know
thinking
that the
of, you can even take
anti-gravity wells are still in function in the legs.
Wait, sorry, Linda, what did you say?
The anti-gravity fields are still functioning correctly in the legs, which makes travel easier down there.
Okay, so player is trying to remember. There was a point when we came up the right leg where we hit basically like the hip joints.
Yep.
And did we see the left leg going down?
You saw another, like, where you could go to that way, but then you guys could see that it went and led down. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to look at Forrest. Feel like taking a quick trip with me?
I mean, that would certainly be the fastest way to get there.
Just the two of you?
I can only Let me double check. I believe I can only take one with me.
Dimension door is definitely one.
Yeah.
So what are
Yes, I
Odd
can-
and
I can
Selena
only
and I
bring-
supposed to do?
Well, if we're just coming down to
I
grab
have
it and
something
running
in mind.
back.
What did you say, Odd?
I have something in mind already of what I could be doing.
Ominous.
Landro, tell me more about this self-destruct sequence.
No.
Well, upon
Not yet.
entering the self-destruct sequence, the anti-gravity fields within the entire vessel will be completely deactivated. After that,
Yeah.
about the same time, the entire protective barrier that protects this colossus from outside damage will be completely disabled. And lastly, things will start to malfunction. Things will start to rattle and shake as basically the whole sequence will lead to a cataclysmic event where the explosion will erupt from the center of the chest and explode everything outward across the land below. Anyone inside will probably be immediately killed.
Okay,
And how does this activate?
we went over this already. You weren't listening. You don't get to know again.
No. We and I understand the crystal part. I want to know if there's a way to activate it without him going into the crystal. So let
Just
me have my
taking the rod
conversation.
piece,
Yes.
I imagine.
Removing the
Yes.
power source from above
we're
the
not-
Graymatter engine will disable the
We're not
power
going to.
and activate the self-destruct.
And last question.
Yes.
What do you desire, Landro?
I already know a great deal has been imparted to me from the mages that created me. The knowledge I now seek is more in the clandestine variety. I'd be interested to learn secrets of the world.
So you wish to live?
I wish to
Which is
adventure.
why we need to go get the crystal.
I wish to grow. I wish to know more. I want to learn.
Hey, Landro, I have a follow-up question. Once we
Yes.
put your consciousness in the crystal, then are you just inside the crystal forever? How do you come out and learn?
I have my ways, much like I have my ways here. I'll be able to do the same sort of thing within a certain distance from the crystal.
So the crystal is a mobile version of what you're doing now, actually.
Yes.
But what
Well,
I'm thinking
while
here.
they go get the crystal, I'm going to teach you how to play cards.
Oh, great.
Well, look,
I would love to learn how to play cards.
so
Wait, let's make a plan.
the whole place is going to explode after we get him in this crystal. What I'm thinking is we all go get the crystal. Ortodon and I will come back up here to transfer the consciousness and grab the rod piece. And then we will teleport our way out. While you guys are waiting on the outside.
Oh, so you mean all of us go down together and out? You guys come back up, do the thingy, and meet us back on the ground.
More or less.
Landro, how big of a boom is this gonna be?
Very big.
Like,
I suggest getting as far away as possible.
yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
There is a chance that the mountain could reduce the explosion some, but it could send pieces of rock
Debris.
and other debris several hundred feet.
Bro.
That's what I'm rowing in my head.
We also don't want you wandering out into the fog alone. We'll get
Question.
completely separated at that point.
Well, yeah, that's part of the problem.
Question for Orcon. How often can you fly and how fast can you fly?
It's only 30 feet, but I can do it at 10 minutes for a time, and I can still do it at least 3 more times today. I mean, I've got this for only another few minutes, but
And you can teleport, kind of.
so I can shift somebody else 30 feet an additional 3 times today. But I also have my regular spellcasting ability to teleport as well.
I was thinking of your lantern,
Oh, yes, I can do that as well.
but I wouldn't
Oh,
want
the
you to
lantern
be
can take damage like anything else, I
holding.
imagine.
This is true, and I'd really rather not have to reach out and ask for a new one.
Well, if you were holding the lantern and you teleported away from it at a safe enough distance with all of us inside. I don't even know if that's possible. Or something people would be interested in, but
Here's what
Let
Landro
me
looks like, everybody. Should be able to
Oh,
see
we
it.
got
I
him.
don't know.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Wait, I don't see it. What?
Yeah, I got nothing.
it's on Twitch.
Oh,
not
you guys
on-
don't.
Oh.
You guys don't have it?
No, it's not
No,
showing up
it's
on.
not
Did
on
you hit the
the
show to players
on
button?
Oh, I hit.
There it is.
I hit. Show
Oh, yeah, now
everybody
he's
in
there.
the
No,
settings.
it's there.
That's
There
weird.
was a lag.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's what
Okay.
this image I was
So is-
describing. Actually,
Is there a reason why we want to stay here after we get what we came for?
No, we're not going to. That's the whole point. The point is for all of
No,
us.
But what I'm saying is we could just go back to our tower.
Well, we have to
Why?
get back to where we came
We'd
in.
have to go back to
We
the
have a whole minute odd to get away from the boom.
Right. I'm
That's-
saying leave this plane.
We have to get back to
entirely.
the.
You have.
Do you have plane shift?
hey,
That's
20
what I'm
sides
asking.
every
Like,
story. Good to see you
anybody have a
guys.
means of changing planes?
I would, except we don't have a thingamajig to get us back there. Remember, I asked
We'd
Elestrial
need to
them?
be able to come up with a tuning fork.
I don't have a tuning fork. I asked them to work on that before we left, so I didn't take that today. That next time, yeah, we can just boot out of here, but as soon as I have a tuning fork, but we don't have a tuning fork.
Mm.
Also, we have Filch with us. We want to get back to Mercy, so
Well, Filch can leave now. Like, we don't need him anymore. And then the
We told him
plan.
Filch was
we
staying
wouldn't
with us
do
for
and
his own
die.
safety, not because we needed him.
I thought the
Right,
plan
so
was to
you-
reunite
you're-
me
you're-
with my friend Mercy.
we're going to. We're gonna
Great.
do our
That is
best
so
anyway.
nice.
I have.
So the plan to go down to the foot together is probably the best idea.
If we all go down to the foot together, and then question to Orcon and Forest, is there a reason the two of you are going to teleport back up?
Oh, we'll probably just make
Specifically?
our way back up naturally. We don't need to teleport
Okay,
necessarily.
is there a reason it's the two of you is my question. I know he has to go, and I motion at Orchidon because he's the one that the magic.
Hey, thank you so much for the bits, 20 sides. We appreciate it.
I'm not saying Forest is a poor choice. I'm just saying if I go before we travel up together on our feet or with your teleportation, I can turn us both in. I can turn the party down here and the foot into giant eagles, and they can start flying away with Filch quickly. And then once we do the thingy, I can turn you into an eagle, and I can turn myself into an eagle, and we can all fly the crap out of here.
I mean,
fast as possible.
how many can you turn into an eagle? That's at the same time?
I need to do some math. Well, I
Actually-
can carry him as well.
While you're doing the math, because I'm looking down at the time, and we were like a half an hour past our break time. So as you guys are thinking about formulating your plan, let's go ahead and sneak in our break right here, okay?
Yeah, it's going to take me 10 hours to do math. Sorry, everybody.
We're going to take a quick 5 to 7 minute break, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to grab some drinks, and we'll be right back to finish off the second half of this episode. So stay with us. We'll see you guys soon. Hello, and thank you so much for hanging out with us here at Proficiency Bonus. Please take an opportunity to support our sponsors.
First up is Little Dragon Corp. Little Dragon Corp is an online storefront based in the Great White North of Canada. They sell everything your heart could desire, so long as everything your heart desires is largely polyhedral dice sets and other TTRPG sundries. Check them out for all of your dicey needs. Perhaps buy a lovely hardcover copy of one of these fine books. If you're feeling especially cute, you could treat yourself to a t-shirt or one of these fine little proprietary Little Dragon Corp dragon plushies. They've got all the classic types of dragon, like Mooney, Terra, Dad. Whatever strikes your fancy over on Little Dragon Corp, be sure to enter our special promo code BONUS at checkout for 15% off of your order. That's BONUS, B-O-N-U-S, for 15% off your order. That's like if you made 7 individual purchases, you could basically buy anything you want on the store, and it's like it was free with all the money that you saved from earlier. I'm absolutely positive that's how math works, and I will be taking no questions at this time. Thank you, Little Dragon Corp.
Cardboard Castle Games is a brick-and-mortar game store local to Evans, Georgia. They have a wide selection of tabletop gaming and other cool games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon cards, and even Yu-Gi-Oh! You can visit them in-store and let them know that we sent you, or you can go visit their website at cardboardcastlegames.com.
Don't forget to find us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Links to our social media pages and outlets are located below this video.
Don't forget, you can also support the channel by following, by subscribing, remembering to click the bell notification so you never miss another live stream, using channel emotes, and if you're an Amazon Prime user, you get a free subscription to Twitch every month.
While we are away, now is a great time to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's absolutely free, and there you will find hours upon hours of content to enjoy. Click the bell icon to activate notifications so you won't miss a single show. Once again, thank you for joining us. We hope you are enjoying the show, and we'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. The group is planning on how they can get this piece of the Rod of Seven Parts out of Landro before the self-destruct mechanism makes their exit very difficult.
So,
See, Landro, and this is a king.
Oh, wow.
Can you say king?
King.
Very
What
good.
is the symbol underneath the K?
You know what? I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, perhaps that will be
Oh,
for
I
another time.
thought he meant the booze.
We could just met the spade.
Clover.
order down to look at the group and say, based on what Odd has said, here's what I feel the best approach would be. As we've all said, we will all go down together to the left foot, collect the crystal. We will then continue all down to the bottom of the right foot. Now, Forrest can summon his winged steed. Hazel, you can transform one person into a flying creature.
And then
You can
wild
then
shape yourself.
wild shape yourself, and perhaps either Carrie or Selena can ride you. I will teleport upstairs, transfer the Landro, grab the rod, teleport back down to where you all are, and then we can flee. This way, everyone remains together, as Forrest has said is wisest. But we have the early start of being down here.
Forrest, how long does your steed last?
Either until it gets too badly hurt, or I tell it to go away.
Oh, fancy.
Did you say winged?
Yes, a winged creature.
Winged?
Doesn't necessarily have to have wings. There are manners of
Oh yeah,
fae,
there are,
celestial things that fly without wings.
like myself.
Probably will summon a Pegasus just because I think it'll look cool, but you know.
What gives you the ability to fly? Says Landro, the Orcon.
And Orgon's gonna sort of gesture at his lower quadrant that just basically looks like a small hurricane.
What has happened to your lower quarters?
It's just an ability gifted by a good friend of mine, my benefactor.
Interesting.
But, Landro, I believe we have... Does that work for everyone?
I just want to do people math one more time because Hazel is not smart, and neither is the player.
False. But
Shush.
continue.
Forrest has
Nice mug there, Michael.
Forrest
thank
has his steed that will get him away quickly. One other player will be polymorphed. Hazel will be polymorphed. So that's
And
three.
basically,
So Forrest and his steed are together, and then there's two more to help 3 more people get out.
right,
we have-
so the two polymorphed can each carry one person.
I can only polymorph one. I'm dumb.
Well,
Right,
polymorph
so-
and wild shape.
Polymorph
Oh.
and wild shape. So you, and let's say it's Odd. So you could carry Selena, and Odd could carry Filch.
And how are you getting away fast enough?
I can fly.
How fast can you go?
60 feet if I dash.
Triple checking all math. Okay.
60 feet if I dash, plus if I burn my spell slot, I can go another 90 with another 30 with Misty Step.
Okay.
But realistically, I'd probably save it if I really needed to, and we were concerned that I was falling that far behind, and I'd use Dimension Door.
Yep.
So I'll get
Because
500 feet.
we can do 120 around, so you'll be
Yeah.
half behind us. But if you dimension door first and then start flying. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Thank you, because I wasn't peopling right. I
Yeah.
was like, wait, what are we missing?
I was just concerned about the distance we could gain enough that we could all. But yeah,
Landro
we're good.
says, wait, I'm confused. That also has a J. Is that a Joker?
It is. It is. Very good, Landro. Very good.
I'm catching on quick.
You are. Now on to Texas Hold'em.
Odd, we'll do
Well,
that.
that's getting a little complicated for the guy. Also, I don't think he has any money to bet with.
Yet.
So you'll give him the money so that you can then fleece him out of it.
And so it begins.
You just get your own money back. You haven't.
Oh.
How far down is it? If I just look straight down?
If you just look out the window, like down?
Towards Odd and...
Well, it was 130 feet from the bottom of the feet to the waist. It was additional 130 feet up to the shoulders, and additional 60 feet up from the neck to the top of the head.
Okay, so he'd... Oh, but there's an interruption, so he'd probably only fall 30.
And then roll. And
Yeah,
roll.
yeah, where it's... Yeah, if you throw him in the tube, he's only going to fall 60 feet before he hits the obstruction.
So, shall we get to move on it then?
Away!
All right. So you guys are heading back down to the right foot first, or all going to the left foot?
First.
Left foot
Because
first.
that's where we haven't been.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are easily able to climb down. First, the rope that the mage hand tied. Then you guys continue to make your way through the ledges. I guess, Orcon, if you're still flying with your hover thing, it'd be piece of cake for you to help others as well as you're heading down. You guys make your way to where the gravity wells are back in, and it's kind of like as you walk in, it's kind of like when you guys were in the astral sea and you could kind of like mentally like guide yourself. It's kind of like one of those types of situations. When you want to go down, you just kind of like start to flow down towards the bottom. You make your way into the lower foot, where you find out that most of this area is kind of like a storage area. It's a storage chamber. Digging around for a little while, you guys find this metal box. And upon opening it, you can see that there's this very finely cut emerald gemstone that glimmers in the light. It fits in the palm of your hand. And you're determined, and you know this has got to be the gem that Landro was talking about. As you're going through. A lot of the other storage containers, most of them were empty. Some of them were broken and damaged because of the being teleported into the side of this mountain and the abrupt kind of stop that it occurred. But yeah, you guys have this id crystal in the palm of your hands from the left foot easily.
And is there anything else of worth in this room? Just
I'll check to be sure, but I do not believe so. It's all a bunch of broken things. Locations, here we go. Left foot is L6. No, as you're kind of like digging around, everything is like broken and in shambles. This thing was protected by the box that it was firmly placed in. So this was the only thing that was in here that would have been able to be salvaged for anything.
Okay, so back to the right foot.
well, not just the foot, the cave entrance we came in through.
Yeah.
Same difference.
Yeah, you guys can head on to that foot where you guys kind of worked your way through the cave. You backtrack yourself with your abilities, easily able to find your way out at the base of the cavern entrance where you guys first entered.
Did we tell those
Yeah, if we see those soldiers, could we tell them to get out?
You did not see them, but you could go back to the metal chamber that you originally found them in.
As we passed that chamber, Hazel probably would have just called out and been like, "Things are gonna get hot in here. You might want to leave." And then just kept going.
It's been so cold anyway. It's about time.
No, bad hot. Bad hot. Like death hot.
Hear another voice. What do you mean bad hot?
more
Center-
explodey than just hot?
Explodey? What do you mean
Boom.
explodey?
Alright, we tried.
Everything go boom.
Mountain go crash on top of you from big explosion.
They all start laughing.
Yeah.
Mountain crash. How can a mountain crash? That makes no sense. She's so silly.
Just get out of here.
Honestly, it
Don't
might
drink.
be best for them at this point.
Explodes from its chest, guys. They're just gonna get buried alive in rubble.
It's not our problem. Yeah, let's go.
We tried. A
Yep.
for effort,
Hey, forever.
F for understanding on their part.
Well, you guys make your way out of the tunnel, and you can proceed with your plan if you guys start to call upon your mighty winged steed. And
Hazel looks at Odd. Will you actually carry Filch?
yes, will you actually carry me?
Sure.
Insight check on Odd. 25 and
Are you
a
being
14.
honest, on?
25.
I don't like this pause.
You can make a deception check if you choose. Oh, she still got you.
It means sure.
Good thing Warforged can be polymorphed as well. I'm gonna polymorph Filch to carry Odd.
Okay. When polymorph, they become the creature, right?
Mm-hmm.
All
And I
right.
checked. Polymorphed can be. Warforged can be polymorphed because they're considered creatures.
They
Because
are
they're
considered creatures,
sentient
yes.
yeah. So
Oh, that's so cool.
So he turns into a giant eagle?
yeah, when we're getting ready to go, yeah. Like when. Like I will polymorph.
Do you
Filch.
tell him before you do, or you just do it?
Yes, so he
Okay.
accepts it. He's
Okay.
like, do you want to fly, Filch?
I've never been able to fly before.
I can make you fly if you trust me. I'm gonna turn you into a giant eagle, and then you can carry Odd. Just because I think you might hold on a little bit better.
Okay. I think this should be sufficient.
Okay. Just covering our bases here.
And Forrest, how long does it take you to summon your thing?
Oh, it's a single action.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
I think. Let me tilt. Yeah, one action.
Yeah, then
So like that, you guys see this mystical winged steed start to just apparate in front of you with its wings kind of flapping. And so does it look like a spirit animal, or does it like take the form like completely as you kind of bring it into being? This is the first time I think you've done it in the game, so
Says, no, it just says it resembles. So it like is an otherworldly steed,
okay.
but it has the form of like a normal horse with wings.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. What color is it?
Kind of like a sunset.
Oh, nice. Okay. So a sunset color winged steed just appears next to Forrest and just kind of shakes its head a little bit, gesturing kind of for you to get on.
Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna,
Maybe
As-
I'll already done
as-
this parts alone.
As Filch is polymorphed, is kind of like, is it supposed to feel this? It starts to change into a bird.
Hazel nods and smiles encouragingly, and would use speech of beast and leaf to just reassure Filch in this form. Like, you're okay. I mean, they can understand common too, but just to make it make more sense in the new brain,
Sure.
would use
Yeah. Seems to calm
those
down.
powers
And
to calm down.
the head, like, you see the head of Filch, like, turn towards Odd and go. Tilts its head sideways a little bit, looking at you,
Like
Odd. It kind of bumps your shoulder a little bit.
This is why I don't trust Odd, even though he says he will do something. And I'll wait
So
to
birds.
transform myself until after they've gone back up to start the process with the crystal and everything, just so we don't take off too soon.
Okay.
gonna teleport myself up.
Okay. Well, can you teleport up? And so, Orkon, you're the only one up there with the crystal?
I was gonna say, you sure you want to do that alone? Because I can still go with you for this part.
Yeah, go, because the steed can stay down here. Go
Okay,
take him.
then yeah, we'll bring Forrest along.
All right.
Just in case I need to get between you and these
Guardians.
guardians that are gonna pop out.
So, let me pull Odd out of there. Let me pull Selena out of there. So, should have both of you there with Landro. Landro is there. Were you able to find the gem?
Organo,
I
hold it
believe
up.
so.
Yes, that is it. All you need to do to transfer my conscience to that gem is to touch the gem alongside the Graymatter engine. Gestures towards the massive brain.
You're
Anywhere
gonna
in,
do that part, and I'll get ready to catch the rod.
Yes, the rod will immediately fall from its stationed area.
okay. So basically, is start moving it closer and just watching for Forrest when he's ready. Gonna touch it where Lando told me to.
All right, and as you do, the glimmering light from above that was kind of hovering around the rod just goes and disappears, and the rod begins to fall. It hits the top of the brain and starts to slide off to the side, where Forrest is easily able to like reach up and kind of grab the next piece of the rod. But then the whole room starts to shake. I need both of you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please, as the whole room starts to rumble a bit.
Oh boy.
I'm going to change the music a little bit, because this is going to be more intense.
Use a reroll. Use a
Yeah, I'm
reroll.
gonna re-roll that. I rolled a 2 on the d20.
Well, even if you fall, all I gotta do is grab you.
Yeah, true.
Just use a reroll.
I'll just use one anyway.
I don't like
Just in
that
case you get
Not much better.
Add your proficiency bonus. We have so many.
I think it'll be all right.
Alright. Says you.
one. That's not a very good song either. Come on, give me a good like action pattern. That's better. I'll take that one. It's our theme music from our intro. That works. Okay, so did you say you used?
One re-roll.
One reroll. You got it. Player
Didn't
reroll.
go well, but I did it.
Alright, so Orkon with the
Don't you have a
21.
+5 because of your aura?
No, mine's calculated in on my character sheet.
Oh, okay.
13.
That's why it says
so
+7. I do not have a
let
+7 dex save naturally.
See. I'm gonna go back to this page because it tells me what happens. So, when this occurs, I also need this to happen. I need for both of you to roll initiative for me, please. Because all these metal doors along the side of the building start to open up, and these metal, about 8-foot tall looking robotic guardians start to activate in the corners of the rooms.
A lot of doors.
Anyone mind if I use your D12 to add to my initiative?
No fun.
Mind? Should both do it just to get higher and get out of there. I think.
The more important thing is that he goes first.
Right, because I can pull him with me for Dimension Door.
Oh, right. Yeah, do it.
I assume Landro's not actually there anymore. He's in the crystal.
Did,
15.
Yeah, Landro disappeared. He's not in. He went
just,
into the
you
crystal.
just rolled your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
You just rolled.
next time. It's fine.
Hold on, guys. I gotta get these. For some reason, these doors are like right in the way of these tokens, so I'm having a hard time like grabbing them.
Can't pull him through.
I can't pull them through because the door's on the map.
I mean, we don't need to worry about them. It's fine.
Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll just copy and paste a bunch of more sentinels on there, and then I'll do that.
Or
I don't like that idea.
Well, I'm just not going to use the ones that are kind of hidden. Unfortunately, they all say to Sentinel 4 now. I'll change them real quick. We'll make this one 3. Save settings. I don't think it's really going to matter that much anyway, but I'm going to put them on here just in case. Sentinel 1. So
I mean, we
settings.
should ideally be right out of combat.
I know, you should
Ideally.
ideally get right out of here.
All right.
But, oh yeah, look at those poor initiative rolls.
Oh, thank God.
So did you
The D12
change,
was enough.
Did you guys change yours? Orcon changed his in the order? Excellent.
Yep. Good to go.
Yay!
Okay, so upon this though, Forrest failing his saving throw, Forrest, you fall prone. As you're, like, the whole room starts to shake, you lose your balance and fall onto the ground. But, it's your turn, Orcon. You have 1
Yeah, I'm
minute to get out. And actually, when you did this, as these doors open up, you hear this very soothing, magical voice that says over this strange, like, loudspeaker system, 1 minute until self-destruct.
Do we hear that downstairs in the foot?
You can hear it echo from, like, out around the...
Did we feel it shake and everything?
Oh yeah, you can see it, like, pieces of it are starting to smoke
That's
above
when
and stuff, and...
That's when I turn into a giant eagle and grab Selena and tell Filch in eagle language to grab Odd.
Got it, yep.
And we wait for our friends, hovering.
And Landro has disappeared.
Okay.
I'm just gonna reach down to Forrest and just go, I know you're ready to leave. And grab his hand and cast Dimension Door. And the point I'm aiming for is right on top of his ride.
Perfect. You guys are down below. You guys see this magical door open up, and Orcon and Forrest just like plop down onto the back of his steed.
And we go.
And you go.
120 feet around.
Mm-hmm. And you guys begin to fly as far away as you can. You can hear like things like little popping noises, like almost like small explosions happening behind you as Landro gets closer and closer to its self-destruct. And then, after about a minute of you guys just charging away from this as fast as you can, Odd holding on for dear life around the back of Filch's eagle neck, as you guys are flying, you hear this massive from behind you. And this probably, you feel like this surge of like wind and air like brush by you as you guys are flying through. And then nothing.
I think we made it.
Hazel's still booking it with Selena.
Selena's just sticking her hand out like you do at the car window.
So back to the Warforged town first.
Yes.
Hazel lets out an eagle screech and banks.
But perhaps in a short break.
Yeah,
Or
when
a
we
long
get
break.
there, we could take a nap.
Yep, you guys head back to Ilos.
Success.
When we land, and Hazel in her
Filch.
and her eagle form will ask Filch if they're done flying for the day and they want to see Mercy before I drop.
Well, we're like a day's travel away anyway. It's gonna take us quite a while to get there.
Well, you guys have flying speeds that are a little bit
Yeah.
quicker too, so flying you probably make it a little bit faster.
I think polymorph only lasts an hour though, yeah?
I could re-up it. Be fine. I have plenty of spells. If that's how we get there faster.
We'd have to like periodically land so you could do that because
Yeah.
you
It's fine.
can't do it while you're
Yeah,
wild
you could
shape.
do the skipping and
I have
Pop
enough
over.
spells and enough polymorph and enough wild shapes to get there, I'm sure. So we're fine.
Get
I don't know
there
how-
and you can take a really, really long break.
Yeah.
once you get there.
Mhm.
I'm all about trying to get us home or somewhere safe to rest.
Sure. Yeah, honestly, it takes you less time, obviously, with flying, but eventually you guys do arrive back at Ilos. Probably upon the dawn of nightfall here as you guys get back. And you can see that you're greeted by the Warforged and Mercy isn't outside at that point, but as you guys start to approach, Mercy walks out and does see Filch arrive as the polymorph spell kind of wears off, and
Filch drops odd.
Filch drops out.
not from a great height, but just like a rough landing.
And Mercy and Filch seem to walk up to one another and kind of share a quick embrace as both of them are reunited once again. And Mercy, you can tell Mercy like is apologetic towards Filch, but Filch doesn't seem to understand. Like, it doesn't seem to be something like Filch has been kind of in this like state of comatose for a long period of time and doesn't really get it, and so therefore doesn't really feel like Mercy requires any apology towards him. What about the rest of you? What do you do whenever you return to the Warforged camp here?
Catch my breath.
Just add the rides over.
I mean, Hazel can stay
hanging out, having fun.
Hazel can stay a eagle for a long time, so I could give rides to everybody.
Yeah, it's what, like 6 hours per wild shape or something like that.
Orkin would actually ask Selena at some point during our travel, you know, one of the quick breaks when we land, to put the crystal in her bag of holding.
You got it.
I don't think you'll be able to see much from in there.
Basically,
You can
once
sit on top.
drop it in and she'd close the bag. That's the point. I wanted to check and see, what exactly do we do with this thing now?
Maybe
We could get
one
our
of the
friends.
wizards will want it.
We could get our friends to look at Landro and make sure it's safe.
Wonderful idea.
If it wants to learn, not much better place to learn, honestly.
Exactly. Put the bag
You
is
don't
safe.
want to give them something that's gonna end up being a danger to them.
Yeah.
I don't think a single elemental's that much of a danger to the three of them.
It's like a brain, though.
Weird one, yes, but they're quite capable.
It looked squishy and gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Yet they've sent us out to do all the work.
Yes, well, the traveling is probably the part they don't like.
Hazel lets out a eagle screech and flies straight up and then comes back down.
Do we rest for a while and then make our way back to the portal, or we just... I mean, it is rather late this evening.
Yeah, maybe we rest tonight before we have any issues.
Welcome to the Rolling Nomads and their
Rolling
raiding party.
Nomads. Thank you for the raid. We appreciate that, guys. Welcome to the stream. What about Odd? What's Odd doing as you return?
I'll just ready to go.
Odd's
It's
done
just
with
tired
this
of
place.
this place.
After spending that long talking about going, Odd is ready to go. Like, let's go.
Odd wants a squishy pillow underneath him.
No, Odd just wants to get out of here. Let's roll.
Got it.
Do we
already
wanna
had
go-
a rest. How many rests do you guys need? Let's go.
How long? Well, it's nighttime and it's dangerous and hard to navigate here. Will it be hard for us to get back
It's
to the
already
portal?
hard to navigate with the fog. Nighttime doesn't make a difference. But you guys want to rest, we can rest.
Party decision? What do we want to do?
I mean, I'd be more than alright making it there. It's really
I can make
how
it
you
there.
feel. You've spent quite a bit of energy to get us here so quickly.
I'm fine. I'll be okay. I can keep flying.
How long did it take us to get to this place from the portal originally?
I think it was only a couple hours on foot.
It wasn't too bad.
We can keep going. We'll just stay
Yeah,
eagle.
I mean,
Yeah.
Now, which
If
way
everyone's
is the
good with it.
portal is the good question.
Mercy.
All we got to do is have Orkin fly up into the air and land, and then opportunity.
Mercy will just happen to
Try
find
that.
him again. It'll be perfect.
Mercy, which way did we come from when we met you?
Oh, you just continue to travel south. are you leaving already? Have you found what you were looking for?
It was there, yes.
Thank
we
you
are
for
on a bit of a vague time crunch. It's imminent, but we don't know when.
Well, I do appreciate everything, and for helping to find Filch.
Really just kind of stumbled across him, honest.
He was the only one who didn't attack us, so. You have good friends.
Filch
I mean,
is very
wasn't he
good.
dead?
What was that?
Wasn't he dead?
No, just unconscious.
Like in rest mode.
Must be nice to just be able to turn off like that.
I know, right?
Alright. So after a short little period of time and gaining the direction, you guys are able to travel back to that large, majestic portal that you came through originally. And if you guys are okay going right and stepping right through, you guys feel that sensation of the quick teleport as you guys are zoomed back into the Sigil Sanctum. And I'm going to move you guys back to where the Wizards 3 are awaiting your arrival.
When we get back there, I'll drop out of my eagle form because I feel like there's a lot of glass here. I'll just be knocking into things.
Yeah.
I can't imagine they'd appreciate an eagle ruining the library.
Sure, they could clean it up quick, but best to avoid that kind
Insert eagle screech here, and then I poof back into myself.
All right, and you guys emerge into the sanctum. That was the music I had for this, I believe. Yeah. Cool. And upon entering, the illustrial Tasha and Mordenkainen are all present within the main room where you guys come from, the dais where the stairs lead down. Mordenkainen looks over to the other two. And, illustrial Tasha, they've returned through the portal. And they all kind of look up at you and see you guys making your way back down the steps. Illustrial looks over to you. Have you found it? The third piece.
I think so.
You think
Can't
so?
really stop to confirm, but
I mean, it blew up a mountain when we took it, so
yeah.
It's powerful one way or the other.
Found
This
something
is-
else too.
You found something else.
Yeah.
What?
She points to Orkin and be like, "Can you explain it? You did it."
We apparently stole the brain of a massive colossi.
Tasha looks over. Now that's what I'm talking about. I gotta hear more.
Let's stole and more willingly came with us.
Now that I'm not quite so sure, Tasha
it's
says.
still- Hazel goes over to Tasha, and she's definitely more tired than you guys are used to seeing her because she definitely used more magic, and she was kind of putting it on that she was fine. And she kind of not leans into Tasha, but collapses on the couch next to her and just goes, "It still blew up a mountain, so is it still cool?"
Powerful enough to blow up a mountain? A brain?
Yeah, but apparently if you take the brain out of the colossus, grab the rod that was powering everything, then everything goes boom because they have self-destruct protocols. And this colossus was in the middle of a mountain, and we made it all go boom.
Sounds really complex.
And it
Yeah.
controlled stuff.
Anyway. And Hazel just kind of leans back and gets cozy in the corner of the couch.
Illustrial's like, oh, Tasha, talking about brains, my goodness. Can you show it to me? Can I see it? I mean, is it something
It's alive and it comes out of a crystal.
Oh.
Be sure
Interesting.
we wanted to see the inside of the sanctum. Is there a room we can go to? We don't know a ton about it yet. We're hoping you could help us.
It didn't seem nefarious when I
Mostly
stared.
curious, honestly. Just
Yeah.
about everything, honestly.
Well, I mean, this is probably the safest chamber here. I don't want to take it into the library because of, well, it's where we store our information. I don't really want to take it over to the magical storage room as well, you know.
Magic.
I've already let you borrow enough of those items. I don't want to see any more items leave there by any chance. Oh, how are the items treating you, by the way?
Orcon goes into the bag of holding and pulls out the crystal. Here's the crystal you were looking for.
Oh, great. She reaches out and grabs it, seemingly ignoring the question she just posed to the party.
Sure, I'm so very tired. I need to go lay down.
Mordenkainen kind of looks towards like Forrest and Odd and is, what about the rod piece? Were you guys able to, you guys have it?
Oh, yes, I've got it right here. And I reach into my bag and pull out both of the rod pieces I currently have and go, it's one of these.
Oh, my. Oh, well, it can't be that one. I've looked at that one already.
You're sure?
I've never seen that one.
All right.
I'm positive.
I'll hand it over.
Okay. Morgan takes it. It's like, oh, this is amazing, incredible. 3 of the pieces discovered. And he looks super excited and happy about everything. And Illustrial's excited and happy and is looking at this gem. And is, so the brain is inside here.
As far as we can tell.
I wonder. She starts like holding it out. And she does these little incantations and does a couple hand movements. And you see this force seems to start swirling from around the gem. Then Landro, like in that form, but more of like a glimmering kind of like gemstone form almost, kind of stands near where the gemstone is. And looks towards all of you and is like, well, wow, this is a new place. Thank you for bringing me here.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't get much better than here for magic and knowledge.
Oh, excellent. I'd much like to learn as much as possible. Illustral kind of looks at it and says, interesting. Knowledge is what you seek. Oh, very much so. I wish to learn. Well, we can keep Landro here if you want. And she kind of looks at Landro. Landro, I would much like to adventure as well.
I mean, no harm in coming with us.
I mean, we're gonna take a rest for a minute, and it's gonna take a minute for all of the things, so, like, we don't have to decide this moment. Just saying.
Okay. Well, Lustral looks at you all and is like, well, yeah, take your time to think about it. Landro can stay here, but he can also travel with you. It's your choice. Landro seems to have a little bit of space to move around. Like he's not like attached or anything. So he's kind of like wandering around. He goes over to one of like the coffee tables and picks up some kind of sculpture that's sitting on it. Wow, look at this! Such fine craftsmanship. The artist must have been very skilled. And then sets it down, and then walks over to another table. There's like a lamp. Illuminates the room. Picks it up, looks around.
Hazel says in Sylvan for Odd and Orcon to hear. Is this what we're like when we left the Feywild? I feel like this is what I was like when I came back.
I mean, some of us do tend to touch things we shouldn't more frequently than they should.
How do you think I ended up in the Feywild?
I see you just gesturing randomly. Just like, "Oh, what are you doing?"
You can see Organ
pointing
is
to Odd.
looking at Hazel and gesticulating wildly at Odd.
Oh, because on my screen, I'm the one above you. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Odd's above me.
Hazel looks at Tasha since she's the one that she's still next to. Milena hasn't come back, has she? I don't remember if I'm saying that correctly.
Not yet, but she should be arriving soon. I would hope. I would think.
it has been several days now.
Just
Sure,
curious.
everything's okay.
Don't fret. Milena can take care of herself. At that time, like, Morning Kanan comes in, but he looks like he's pale, and it looks like he's seen a ghost. His sweat beads are, like, forming on the top of his bald head, and he's like, oh no, this can't be. This can't be. No way. Oh, gosh.
What's
Why
wrong?
is-
Who pooped in your soup? What's going
Can you
on?
not find where we're supposed to go?
No, that's the problem. I can find where you're supposed to go next, and I don't like it one bit.
Worse than the astral plane and wherever we just were.
To me, much worse.
Where?
We have also been through the Shadowfell on this journey. So.
The,
Please
The-
don't tell me it's Odd's nightclub.
Now that is definitely a nightmare.
Odd's looking very unhappy.
the, unfortunately, it's one of the places that I, dislike the most. A place called, Barovia.
Barovia.
Yes,
Oh, we'll need to
a
be
domain,
extra certain.
a domain of dread.
As long as we can stay under the radar and get out in time.
Who's a what's it's a Barovia?
It's
It's a very
it's a very dark place. It's a domain of dread. It's a demi-plane that's hidden within the plane of shadow. It's protected by what they call the mists.
Oh, we just left the mists.
This mist
is
is
this a bit worse?
very much so. See, most times when people get lost to the mists, they can never find their way back.
On that note, I look at Illustrial. Tuning fork, please.
Oh, right.
Thank
right.
you.
I was supposed to be looking for that, right?
Yes.
She kind of takes something away from Landro and is like, no, this bust was carved specifically for the sanctum. Thank you, Landro. Please go explore the foyer. And then she walks over to the magic room and kind of disappears, and you can hear some like rattling going on.
Okay, good.
Put that. No,
Thank God.
Can't
'Cause
believe I
I
forgot to look
I
for
need
that.
I need that.
Well,
Escape.
we're not leaving tonight, at any case.
No, I need to sleep.
Tasha's laughing. She forgot.
She forgot. That doesn't seem like her.
Oh, no, Landro, not that! And Tasha, like, runs towards Landro.
Do we... Hazel looks at Selena. Did we just bring more trouble by bringing Landro here?
Well, we can always bring him with us.
Wait.
I was talking to Selena and she is muted.
Yeah, Selena, you're muted right now, so we can't hear you.
I was wondering why you were you were talking when I was talking.
Let's all watch Hazel slap Forrest.
Long as
I
it's
was-
not the squirrels.
Gonna say Selena's gonna see Tasha running and be like, and hear what Hazel had to say and be like, I think I might have a way to make him a little less overwhelming for them at the moment. And she takes out her book of like all the sketches and stuff from like all their adventures, and she goes and asks him if he wants to read through that to see some stuff that's not physically here.
Oh wow, this is fascinating. I'd much like to look through this. I will have a seat
you-
on this very, very comfortable couch over here. What exquisite furniture this is. And
we
Landro
go.
sits down on one of the couches and like crosses his legs and starts reading this book.
Okay.
She whispers to Tasha, books might be your new best friend.
Yeah, gosh, well, I don't want to read any of mine.
Doesn't have to be yours.
Mhm.
There's places, people who write for fun for a living.
He almost tipped over one of Lushrill's favorite plants down there.
Oh no, not the plants.
Yeah. She's pretty particular about her plants.
More books. All the books. Maybe some fantasy fiction.
That would probably confuse Landro a little bit, I think.
He doesn't have to know it's fiction at first.
Read about this world. We'll tell you about it later once you finish reading it, so they're totally convinced it exists. And then you tell them that Hogwarts isn't real.
Just because it's all in your head doesn't mean it's not real.
So
Sorry, I couldn't
I
do
would
that.
assume that you guys are going to want to take a long rest for your characters here while you're safe in the sanctum.
Mm-hmm.
Very much
Okay.
so.
All right.
Please and thank you.
So you guys can go ahead and get yourselves all ready for a long rest. And I think this is a good place for us to end this episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin. And I also want to say, congratulations, you guys all level up. So you will gain a level for the completion of Chapter 4. The Eberron portion, the Ruin Colossus, as you guys were able to gather the third piece of the Rod of Seven Parts. And you guys got an idea where it's leading you for the next one. Into Barovia, which is, for those of you who don't know, from the adventure Curse of Strahd.
Oh, that sounds terrifying.
Which you guys can find
Yeah,
out
I'll
a little
tell you
bit
about
more
it.
about that when we get finish your long rest and you guys get a little bit
It
more
is not a
time
happy
to.
place.
It's not a happy place. But yeah, great job, everybody. You guys have leveled up, so you guys can decide how you want to level up your characters for our next session. How you guys want to do that. I can't remember what you guys get at this next level. You guys are at 13. Is that what it is?
We'll be going to 14.
Going
I
to
believe.
14.
Oh, 214.
I get
okay.
shenanigans. I get shenanigans. That's all I care about.
I think most classes get a big feature at 14.
Limited wish.
Oh boy.
That's the sixth level or lower of anything, right?
Any
That
6th
one?
level spell.
Wow.
Dream, scrying, or teleportation circle. Yes.
So I will say this for you guys, so I don't forget to tell you. So technically, that gemstone that you guys have Landro in is now considered a magical item. It's called an elemental gem, emerald. So if you're carrying Landro with you, you can use it, and basically Landro uses the same statistics as a water elemental. So you can have Landro journey with you as an elemental within this gemstone.
That could be useful.
I don't believe it requires attunement or anything either. It doesn't. Just a wondrous item, uncommon.
Dang.
Basically, it's summon the water element as if you cast Conjure Elemental. So basically, there's an elemental in that gem. You can... I think it costs an action maybe to... Like in combat, it might cost you action to
pull Landro out.
Yeah, it's a legacy rule, so it's from 2014. I don't know if they updated those in the new DMG. I'll have to look. But yeah, there's that. Perfect. All right, guys, don't forget, tune in on Thursday night for some Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Friday night for some Phandelver and Below, and Saturday for some Dirty 20. So lots of things coming up this weekend. I will get us ready to go offline, but the first thing we're going to do is say goodbye to all of our YouTube friends. So YouTube friends, don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. We'll see you all next time. Good night, everybody.